In the desert of southern New Mexico lies Kilbourne Hole, a nearly 2-mile-long maar crater in the heart of the Potrillo volcanic field. This crater formed about 24,000 years ago when underground magma came into contact with groundwater, causing an explosion as the water turned to steam. The blast scattered ash and rocks from deep within the earth and exposed many layers of crust, making Kilbourne Hole a great site for geological studies. Today, scientists from NASA Goddard, as a part of the RIS Project from Stony Brook University, have come here to test handheld instruments that could one day be used by astronauts exploring the Moon, Mars, or even an asteroid. One such device is an X-ray fluorescence spectrometer, or XRF, which can determine the chemical composition of rocks. Another, known as LIBS, uses laser pulses to detect what elements are present in a sample. Both instruments provide information for small and confined points on the surface. For a broader field of view, the team adds in the use of hyperspectral and thermal cameras. These instruments would help astronauts understand the geochemical context of the rocks at the site they are exploring, which would be beneficial in deciding what samples to bring back to Earth for further study. The team also set up LiDAR and GPS equipment to create three-dimensional maps of the terrain, useful information for any human or robotic explorer. Joining the Goddard Instrument Field Team were members from Johnson Space Center and the University of Texas, El Paso, and the list of attendees included some rather notable names as well. Current astronaut Butch Wilmore, who served as a commander of the International Space Station, played an active role by simulating astronaut EVAs, or extravehicular activities, while hiking the landscape with a geologist. It was their job to evaluate and choose spots for data collection with the instruments. Also making the trip was retired Apollo 17 astronaut Jack Schmitt. As a geologist who eventually walked on the Moon, Jack came to this very location to train with other Apollo astronauts and learn how to explore and sample diverse rock types.
Well, Kilbourne was primarily a training site for understanding, for getting particularly the professional pilots to understand how diverse geological sampling can be. And Kilbourne certainly is diverse. And also just to get them thinking about what does it mean to see a set of layered rocks, that is actually a history of what was going on the Earth at a particular time. All of that, I think, was very important for people who just never had been exposed to geological thinking.
On this excursion, Jack shared the lessons learned from his career, while also being shown some of the new techniques and technologies being tested by the current NASA scientists. Journalism students from Stony Brook University also came to Kilbourne Hole to shadow the scientists and learn about the fieldwork process. By working in this embedded capacity, this next generation of science journalists gained first-hand knowledge about scientific methods and equipment use. The overall goal of the field deployment to the Kilbourne Hole crater was to simulate what data collection might look like on another planetary body. The lessons that the Goddard Instrument Field Team and the RIS Project learn here on Earth will help ensure that future astronauts are as efficient as possible when they are exploring those other worlds.